In Norse mythology, 9 realms make up the entire world. It's a cosmic puzzle with the great world tree Yggdrasil at the center. Yggdrasil is a beating heart of the cosmos, and the 9 realms either spread out from it or exist in different levels, extending from its roots down and somewhat sideways. But how did each of these realms come into existence? Do you think Loki was truly a captive in Asgard, or was there more to his story? And do gods sneak into Jotunheim for a secret rendezvous? First up, we've got Asgard, the fortress of the Aesir. It's like the VIP section of Norse civilization, heavily fortified and all. Only the top-notch warriors get an invite to Asgard, where they can feast, drink, celebrate, and battle for all eternity. Sounds like a party, doesn't it? But here's the catch. There's this thing called Ragnarok, a final battle designed to go down one day. Giants are set to crash the party, sacrificing themselves in the process and wiping out the whole Norse pantheon. Pretty intense, huh? Well, Odin was a bit protective though, so he barred the rest of the world from entering Asgard. The Aesir, though, had a free pass in and out. What about the other realms? Well, let me tell you, the story doesn't end here. Now, let's talk about Valhalla. This enormous golden hall where Odin pulls the strings and calls the shots for the 9 realms. It's like the capital of the cosmic empire, if you will. Helheim, on the other hand, is a different story. Hel, the daughter of Loki, holds court there. She's got some serious family ties, being the sister of the Midgard serpent and Fenrir the wolf. Odin, being the strategic planner he is, tried to figure out the least troublesome spots for Loki's kids. Fenrir got locked up, Hel got tossed into a dark realm beneath the roots of Yggdrasil, and the Midgard snake was sent for a swim in the oceans that circle the planet. Now there's a pathway called Helveg, a winding road leading down, scattered with weapons like a dangerous river. It's like the express lane to hell, surrounded by walls with just one gate. Over time, it became the hotspot for the deceased, the most populated world of the dead. People believe that those who kicked the bucket ended up in this gloomy realm, walking around in a weird twilight, but otherwise continuing with their lives. Balder, the great hero god, and others are said to have taken a trip to hell, even though they were supposed to score a ticket to Valhalla. What kind of detour is that? It's a bit of a mystery who ended up where and why. Next, we've got Jotunheim, the land of the giants, lurking beneath Asgard. Loki, the crafty deity who's also a Jotun, decided to set up shop in Asgard with the Aesir. But hold on. The Jotnar and Aesir aren't exactly best buddies. They're rivals. So there's this suspicion that Loki might have been placed there as a sort of captive. There's a tricky river called Fenrir that never freezes and is a real challenge to cross, making the boundary between Jotunheim and Asgard. Yet, it's a popular rumor that gods sometimes sneak into Jotunheim for errands, or perhaps to find a giantess lover. Next up is Muspelheim, a primeval region of fire that played a critical role in shaping the universe. This fiery world is the home turf of Surtur, the fire giant. Now, Surtur is no ordinary giant. He's the guy set to make a grand entrance during Ragnarok, the ultimate showdown, to sunset the gods and wipe out Asgard and everything else. Scholars today argue that Muspel might have been originally a giant from a blazing planet, and his sole gig in ancient Norse mythology was to be the star of the show during Ragnarok. Now it's time to take a journey to Nidavellir, the underground kingdom, where the hard-working dwarves clock in at their forges. Deep within the earth, under Midgard, this place is lit up only by the flames from their busy forges and the glow of candles on the walls. It's a dim, smoky spot where these dwarves, known for their craftsmanship and wizardry, craft all sorts of magical goodies. They're responsible for Frey's paw pocket-sized magic ship, Odin's spear, and Thor's mighty hammer, Mjolnir. Oh, and they've got another gig. they're the ones in charge of the meat of poetry. Odin swings by, snatches it up from the giants, and hands it out to the gods, who use it to fuel their poetic inspiration. Next, we've got Niflheim, a frosty wonderland of ice, mist, and snow, the birthplace of all life. This place is ancient, one of the OG realms. It's not your typical realm of the dead, though. In this chilly, foggy land, there's no one around, not even the frost giants. It's like a frozen, mystical no man's land. Hel, Loki's daughter, supposedly got the boot into Niflheim by Odin, who then handed her the reins over the lives of folks across the 9 realms and the deceased. There's a bit of confusion. Some folks say she might have slipped into Niflhel, the gloomy realm of hell, after leaving Niflheim. Guess even in the realms, the paths aren't always crystal clear. Now, let's dive into Vanaheimr, the magical abode of a whole different Norse god family, connected to magic and fertility. But hold on, there is a bit of a drama in this realm. Reasons unknown sparked a conflict between the Aesir and the Vanir. It seems the Vanir, with their magical flair, might have dabbled in behaviors the Aesir found a bit too much, like tolerating incest and using magic the Aesir considered downright dishonorable. The Vanir's sea god, Njoror, and his 2 kids, Freyr and Freya, decided to ditch Vanaheim and settle in Asgard. It was part of a peace deal that wrapped up the whole feud, whatever it was about. And if you've enjoyed this mystic exploration, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, we've got Elfheim, the world where Freya, one of the big-shot Norse goddesses, ruled over Folkvangr, also known as the Field of the People, a realm in the dead, tucked away in Asgard. Initially, Elfheim seemed like this serene paradise with beautiful woodlands, calm seas, and a pleasant vibe. It could give Midgard a run for its money in terms of charm. But here's the twist. Behind the scenes, dark elves were throwing a never-ending party of chaos, slaughtering light elves left and right. It's like an eternal conflict where both sides are itching for the other's demise. The focus in Elfheim is the mystical light everyone's fighting over, a beacon of significance. When the dark elves run the show, the light's hidden in Freyr's temple. But when the light elves take charge, it beams into the sky like a towering spectacle. Dark elves, the ruthless bunch, don't mind offing outsiders without a second thought, while light elves keep it cool but a tad uneasy. Amid the temple and the luminous battles, the outskirts are dotted with ruins, housing priceless artifacts, the remnants of an endless cosmic struggle. And now, embark on the next chapter by clicking on the video on the screen. Until then, may your curiosity guide you through the realms of mythology.